Welcome back to our podcast, Lemon Drops.
Let's get serious.
Welcome to Lemon Drops.
All right, guys, let's be for reals.
Okay, today we're talking about
Dating nowadays versus then.
yes, I have a lot of nieces who's in the age range of dating, which are her cousins.
Yeah.
And we just thought it would be a fun subject to talk about dating and hopefully give them a few pointers and you guys too. And even,
Yeah, because she's married. I'm dating right now. I'm just curious about this episode and how it's going to go. So I'm actually really excited because
it's a fun topic. I feel like it's a really girly topic in a sense too.
It's very girly. We have our waters.
Yes.
And I just love hearing advice on this because it is very different nowadays, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Sorry, I was checking my mic. I was making sure it was on. No. What about free? What do you think as far as like let's go through red flags. So all you girls out there who are dating or are going to be dating, let's talk about red flags.
What do you guys think red flags are?
What would you say? What's your first one?
Would say a big red flag for me personally is how he treats his parents, but mainly his mom.
Yes. There's actually an old saying that says every good guy that treats his mom right will treat his wife right. Firmly believe that.
And it's vice versa though.
Yeah.
When you're finding a woman to date, you watch how she treats her father, because how she treats her father is how she's going to treat the husband, and how the son treats the mom is how he's going to treat his wife.
I believe that truly. I really do. I think
that's like a main thing.
That's a good one, actually.
If he's disrespecting his mom, I'm like, oh, I don't know about you, but
I think anger.
Yeah, temperament, because
temper is huge because
but people can hide it very well. How long do you think someone should date somebody before their true personality come out?
Oh gee, I don't know. I feel like you kind of for the most part know them after at least 6 months.
Okay, I was literally gonna say 6 months.
Yeah, I feel like you know them after you pretty well get to know their temperaments and stuff like that.
6 months to a year.
Yeah, and it also depends too. You'll know as you're dating, you go through trials, right? Everybody does. And you'll know how they respond off those trials. That'll give you a big indication of what they're like.
Oh, another red flag I just thought is controlling. When a guy is too controlling, like it's like you're insecure. Like, why are you so...
Jealousy is another thing.
Jealousy. Like, why... I just don't get why some guys are like... I mean, trust issues.
Yeah.
Kind of go
like, it's okay to be jealous. It's just how you all act on it, which is your temperament, right? Yeah. Everybody gets angry. Everyone gets jealous. We're all humans. It's just, it's you want to watch for how they act on it, because that's going to tell you if they are going to be your forever long life partner, right? How are you guys going to deal with life situations and stuff? So that's an important one.
It goes with trust though. Yeah. Because if you don't have trust in your relationship, what do you have? Mm-hmm. So
exactly.
I feel like trust is just a main part in a relationship.
Oh, sorry. Here's a hot topic too that a lot of people actually disagree with on the internet. But when you go out on a date, the guy should be paying. I'm sorry.
Yeah, I do believe the guy should pay. A lot of people's perspectives are, though, who asks who out. If the girl asks the guy out first, the girl should pay. What do you think about that?
No. The guy should pay. If you're looking for a guy to take care of you, which us women are, come on, we all want a guy taking care of us. That is a huge indication. Is he going to pay the bill? Is going to show he's taking that responsibility of taking care of you. That's a huge one for me, though. I think guys should automatically take the bill. Yeah, are you on board with me though?
What are we talking about?
Guys paying the bill.
Oh. No, I definitely, whenever I went out with guys, it wasn't like a main thing to me. Like, if you do that, I'm absolutely done with you. But it was like, really? Like,
it's an indication. You kind of get a taste of, okay,
like, this is how you are. My brother, we get in our arguments, but man, is he a definition of my boyfriend is, of course, too. But I gotta cut myself. My boyfriend is great, but my brother, I just want to point him out just because he treats his sisters like that too. And he always made sure, it's just having respect for women, because he always makes sure he opened up our doors like chivalry.
Chivalry.
Do you still believe that's a thing in
I think
2026?
it's a thing. I think it's rare. My brothers,
Yeah.
I remember complaining one time to my mom because they were like, my mom taught them hold, doors open for girls,
Yeah.
all that gentleman stuff. And I remember they were complaining to my mom, and they were like, girls these days like don't want that. They get mad if we open the door for them because they look at it like, are you not treating us equal type thing? And my mom was like, do it anyway. Open the door for them anyway.
Yeah.
She's like, and if they don't like it, then they can go off.
Well,
and have
I feel like because a
own.
lot of girls are like, I'm independent. But independence have nothing to do with letting your guy just treat you like a princess.
Exactly. We're all princesses, us girls. We should be treated like one.
No, exactly. Like my brother and my boyfriend is the definition of chivalry. They never let a girl pay for anything. Like the second I bring out my phone, it's like whack. Like, no, you are not paying. But my brother does it with us sisters too. Like he doesn't let us girls pay for anything. He's like, I got it. It's fine. And he kind of made, what's that word? He set up a
standard.
Yes, I can't think of one. He set a good standard for us sisters because he showed us that just what a true man, how he should treat us. Same thing with my dad though. He treats my mom like she's like the main priority in life. And
then her dad obviously is my brother, so my dad is the same who taught her dad, who the generation goes on.
It just goes down. You should always, and they should treat those sons. But it's rare to find it now because a lot of girls, but even some girls hate it, which I'm just like, why do you hate it? Like,
I don't get
they're like,
it.
I can open my own door, and I'm like, that's not the thought. Like, I go to open up my door like whenever me and my boyfriend go on a date, and he literally like pushes me out of the way. He's like, pushes me out of the way, and he's like, I'm opening your door, and I'm like, okay, thank you. And I love it because even though he's done it every time I notice it.
Yeah.
I love when I see a guy open up a door, anything like that.
And like she said, it's not like, if you go on a date with a guy and let's say he doesn't pay, it's not a deal breaker. But it is
not at all.
It's not a deal breaker, but it is something just to kind of keep an eye out because maybe he wasn't raised that way.
Yeah.
But it is something just to keep your eye out.
Well, yeah, it's like you're either raised in, it's maybe you weren't raised in that way, or maybe you're really tight, like with your money. I don't know if that's like wrong to say, but like.
No, if a guy loves a girl, he will not be tight with his money.
Yeah, okay, yeah.
Yeah, he will spend anything for her in a sense.
Yeah, to make her happy. And of course, the girl should not take advantage of that.
Yeah,
either.
no.
My mom always said when you go on a date, you always ask your boyfriend, like, what are you getting? And then whatever he says, you're like, oh, that's cool. And then you look at the menu and you see the price of that, and you either go that same price or below it. Like, you don't want to, like, he orders, like, chicken and rice. And then you're like, I want a lobster. It's like, whoa, okay. You're going, like, from, like, a $30 thing to, like, a $50, $60 thing.
Yeah.
So, I mean, that's another thing to think of, too. Girls just don't take advantage of your guy when he does that.
Yeah. I agree. I had another thing in mind too that was a red flag, but I totally lost it. I had it and you kept talking and I forgot.
Oh, my bad.
No, it's okay.
There's so many like red flags that you see, but pulling away from the faith.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a big, unless you're like in a weird cult, but like those science, what do they call like the Scientologies? Yeah.
Yeah, no, yeah, I get what you're saying.
But no, yes, if you're like, you have a prayer life going on devoted to God and stuff like that, and he's trying to pull you away from it, and you'll also know signs too by like a red flag is them trying to pull you away from your family.
Yeah.
When you have a good, strong foundation, you have a good relationship with your family and stuff, and then and he tries to pull you away from your family and you have a good relationship with your family, but you see he's pulling you away, that's also a red flag. And this goes...
Oh, yeah, yeah, exactly, with the relationship.
This goes for girls, too, though. You know what I mean? Like, girls shouldn't be pulling their
husbands, away
husbands,
from,
boyfriends, whatever, away from their family.
No, I want to touch base on that too. With I've seen some relationships.
Shout out to my husband's family.
Hi. How big is your TV? Like I said, I want to touch base on that too, because I feel like when people see someone close to, let's say the guy sees the girl really close to his family, he sees that like a threat to him, like he's gonna lose.
I think I think it goes back to controlling, like you said.
Oh yeah,
he wants her to himself type thing.
Yeah, and it's like, really, like you. I love it when I see a guy try his best to blend in with family too.
Yeah.
Like, did your husband?
That's something I loved about my husband. He fit right into my family, and he took to my family. We've actually had a few people ask, like, which one of you guys is related to my family, my family, or whatever.
How close they are.
Yeah, because he just blended right in, and that's what made me even more fall in love with him, because I was like, it's just like, a perfect fit type thing.
No, yeah, and even for the guys that are not a social kind of person, like the thought is what your girl is gonna see how much effort you put into trying to get along with her family. Like, I love it that my boyfriend will sometimes like text my brother and be like, oh, like every time, like he goes text my sister and be like, I'm going on a car wash, like for a car wash, do you want to come? I'll get you Starbucks. She's like 12. And he always includes my family into things.
Yeah,
and
or
I'm
he'll
like,
do like outings with your brothers, stuff like that. Yeah,
like he would like go out with them, and I don't know. I love that kind of stuff, because it's like, you're trying with my family. I try with his too.
Shout out to his family. Hi.
I want to ask you what you think about technology, and do you think that ruins relationships nowadays? Because compared to back then, I feel like communication is not face to face anymore, like fights and arguments, and like nothing's meaningful anymore. Like,
yeah, but I don't even think well, yes, fights and arguments and stuff like that, but even just spending time with each other,
yeah.
Just going out, and you are going out to eat with your partner, and you find yourselves looking at your phone instead of talking. Even, people think like, oh, well, I personally don't like to go to the movies when I go on a date with my husband, because I'm like, to me, it's not a date when we're staring at the TV the entire time, the screen. We don't talk or anything. And then we come back home, and it's like, that's not a date to me. We didn't talk. We didn't interact.
Yeah.
So to me, electronics is a big thing that can get between your partner.
No, yeah, for sure. I didn't want to interrupt you. I feel like we always cut each other off, and we're like,
okay.
It's funny because when you go out to restaurants, you see these couples just on their phones. Like, whenever I'm serving, like I come over there and I'm like, hey, like, how you guys doing? They literally are just on their phones the whole entire time. Like,
really?
What kind of date is that? Like, they do not communicate, and they're like scrolling through reels and stuff like that. It's like, what kind of effort are you putting into your relationship just being on your phone?
And they seem to think like that they're interacting with each other by laughing over the same videos. It's really not. Yeah. It's really not interacting with your partner.
That could be a fun thing too. It's like, you find something funny, I find something funny, but that doesn't mean like.
Yeah, it's not a partner interaction. Yeah. Really. It's just, I feel
like it's more.
It's like mirroring the relationship, or masking. Yeah. It's like masking the relationship.
It's more digital than an actual real relationship. Exactly. It's just less personal now. It's like it's so much more different when I text like a big accomplishment I had in my life. When I text it, you can't tell with emotions at all through messages. When you get it's just less exciting that way than seeing your partner's face reaction, like, no way that really happened. On like an edgy side, like fighting can get way more serious. And this is not even just in dating and relationship. This is in friendships, any kind of relationship, really. It's just it could be taken in the wrong way.
I literally usually never text without putting LOL. Like, it's such a habit now. I'll say, like, hey, LOL, because I never want people to think that to take me the wrong way, as if I'm saying something snarky or, you know, serious, because it's very rare that I'm ever actually, like, you know, sending somebody a moody text. So I usually just always put LOL just to let the person know it's non-serious, because people do take it the wrong way. I've read messages people send me and I'm just like, oh crud, are they mad at me?
Yeah.
And then they see me laughing and I'm like, all that worriness was for nothing.
It causes so much stress in people's lives. It does. Like, I feel like technology just brought a whole different relationship into our world now. Like, everyone compares the relationship on social media. And what they don't know is social media only shows the good. I mean, I don't want to touch base too much on social media because we are going to be doing an episode on social media too. So stay tuned for that.
Yeah, but no, it is true though. I think it makes, not to again go on too much on social media, but it is showing you only the.
I can't drink when people are talking.
It's okay.
I feel like I'm just thinking of, imagine I spit it out everywhere.
Was more nervous when I drank it that you'd hear me go, ooh.
No, but it's true. People compare their relationships with what their relationship is. And I find myself stuck in it sometimes too. Like, looking at a couple, like, always bringing them flowers all the time, and they're like, oh, weekly flowers, and I'm like, I don't get flowers bring you flowers
every week.
Shut up. I get flowers every week. If you get it, everyone gets it, and I'm not getting it as I'm single. I'm just kidding.
And I'm taking off the necklace you gave me.
I know. I'm like talking about dating and I'm like holding the necklace. Like, I was holding the wrong one. But no, I catch myself all the time being stuck in it too. And I'm like, oh shoot, like, this is not real stuff. Don't get me wrong, he brings me flowers, but not everybody.
They just highlight it. Or when you see couples on social, again, I don't want to get on social media too much because we want to do our own podcast on it.
Yeah.
So let's jump in then to, what do you think we should talk about when it comes to dating? You know what? Committing.
Oh, I feel like so many people are scared of
commitment.
Commitment and being in a relationship now. I don't get it, because I feel like back then people were trying to look for guys who want to commit and look for a girl who wants to commit, because that's part of being in a relationship. No, like,
how long do you think a person should date before they marry?
No more than a year.
They say by 6 months a guy knows whether he wants to be with that girl or not, like for the rest of his life.
I definitely believe that. Yeah. Like, why? So if you're telling me that you can find out within like 3, I don't know how long it takes, like, to say I love you. It took me and my boyfriend like a month in before we said like I love you to each other. And
they actually said I love you is one of the most abused language in the English language.
Really?
Yeah. Because people say it so casually now, you know, like, oh my goodness, I love oranges. I love, well, we do love lemons, but
we really love lemons.
But they actually said though that love is actually one of the top words in the English language that's abused, because people say it so casually now.
You know what's funny is when I said I love you first to my boyfriend, I never said I love you ever. I would barely say it to my parents because love was just never, I don't know, like, I was just never into saying I love you. And
well, you're not like an openly affectionate person.
Yeah, like I was never that kind of person. So when in my relationship, when we start bringing up I love you, I take it very seriously because I'm like, oh my gosh, I used to never say this word. What if something happens? Like, every phone call I end, I love you. But you are right when you say people do just casually say it, like, I love you, bye. And it's just like, sometimes it's not meaningful like that anymore. I do believe that.
I heard somewhere that somebody said back in World War II, the reason why a lot of people were getting married so young is because a lot of the men were going out to war and they knew life was short, which it's still, obviously it is, life is short, and they didn't want to waste time. So when they found that person, they knew they loved them and they wanted to be forever, they wouldn't waste time. They would marry them and, start a family. And now it just takes forever for people. Like, people will, like, they'll live with each other for 10 years or whatever, and then they're like, I'm waiting for him to marry me, and I'm like,
yeah, I wonder why.
you're stupid, basically.
Yeah, I feel like to a certain point, it's just like, when a guy loves a girl, why not commit? Like,
but
back then it was a goal.
That's something also to at least I suggest, when you go on a date with a guy, that's one of the main topics you should talk about within the first few dates, at least. Are you looking for somebody?
What are your goals?
Yeah, what are your goals? Do you want to get married in the future, or is this just fun dating? Yeah. Like, what does this mean to you?
No one is dating for the purpose of marriage anymore. No, I shouldn't say nobody, but a lot of people are dating for fun now, and not for the purpose of getting married. And because people live with each other before marriage and stuff like that. And marriage used to be such a big deal. Like,
people don't see it as sacred anymore. They see it as, it's just a piece of paper type thing. Why get married when we can just live and pretend as if we're already married? And it just doesn't hold meaning to people as it should. I find people harp a lot on people who get married below 25.
Oh, yeah.
My dad got married at 23. My husband was 23 when he married me. I think those are great ages.
I don't know when I'm getting married. My mom got married at 24, I think. But a lot of
a lot of my siblings got married in their young 20s. Yeah.
My cousin got married at 19. Because once you meet the one, why wait?
No. What were you talking about?
Getting married so young. Why do people put it down so much?
Oh,
well, I feel like one of the things too, I mean, it is hard to get married now in these days.
Okay, yes, I will say that.
Yeah.
Back, we keep saying back then, but it is true. Take it back, geez, not even that long ago, maybe 50 years ago or whatever. Which is not long. But it was.
Parents are going to be watching this and they're like, I don't even know how old.
It was an American dream. You were young, you got married, you didn't have to have like a super sophisticated job to own a house. And now they're making it so hard to raise family. We do have nephews and cousins, or your cousins, my nephews and stuff, who are young and, they feel like they're ready to take the next step in a sense, and they can't because housing is ridiculous.
Yeah.
Everything just costs so much, so it's like it puts a real strain on trying to live an American dream, which the American dream is have kids, have a wife, have a house. And,
but again, like, you don't see many guys even trying for it either.
Oh, actually, now I remember. That's one of the red flags. Actually, I was going to say, if he doesn't carry a job.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a red flag.
Like, if you love somebody, you're going to need to support them. Because
even if the girl's like, I want to work when I get married, the guy still has to work too.
Oh, yeah.
It takes, two to make a marriage, whatever. So, which is something else actually you could talk about when you start dating a person and stuff, is what kind of relationship do you want to have? Both, does he expect you to work, or does he expect you to stay home and take care of the kids? Those are things that's important to talk about. So, it doesn't cause a fight when you are.
When into your relationship did you start talking about that stuff? Like personal things?
Probably 3 months. Yeah, it was 3 months. And I remember I just kind of laid it out. I was like, I want to get married and have a family. And at the time I was like, and I want like a big family. And he's like, okay. And I was like, no, like I want like 12 kids. And he's like, that sounds fun. And I was like, okay. But I just kind of laid it out right there. But I knew from dating him and just watching him, though, he was, he was carrying jobs. He was looking for, he wasn't just sitting at like a regular job. He kept trying and trying to find better jobs, something that paid more, something that he could succeed in more. And his dad was awesome too, because he was also pushing him as well, to say, come on, you're going to have to support a family. Come on, you're going to have to work hard, which also is a big indicator too. Watch how their dads are, because their dads make a big impact on them. And, thankfully I had a great father-in-law who showed him how to, carry his weight.
And even if it's hard to get like good paying jobs even now, but the girl can still notice you're trying really hard. Like, you noticed him trying though, right?
Yeah.
And I feel like I don't want to say the thought is the only thing that counts, because obviously actions speak better. Like, actions speak better.
And it's better to have these conversations right away too, even though they are heavy topics, but they're important topics, because you don't want to get attached where now you're falling into this ream of, you keep telling yourself, well, he's going to change. He's going to change. You know what I mean? Very rarely they change. It's just best not to go that route, and just settle this early on and within your first few dates, and know kind of what your goals are and everything, so whether to move on or there's potential.
Yeah, that's true too. Why do you think girls don't want to be tied down anymore? It has to do with commitment too, but why is it that people are so scared to be tied down?
I blame the Feminist Act completely.
I feel like girls now are I could do everything by myself.
Yeah. They want such a independency, which is fine to be independent, but they want they want a type of independency where it's like, I don't need a guy. I don't, we're better than them and all this stuff.
I'm better on my own. I could do this by myself.
Nobody said that men was better than women or women was better than men. But the point of the Feminist Act or whatever was they were trying to prove almost like they were greater, and it was never about one was greater than the other. Men have their great qualities, girls have their great qualities.
And that's what makes them better together.
Exactly.
Yeah. So go find yourself a man. I'm just kidding.
But yeah, I think that's why though that they don't want to get married, is because they don't want to feel tied down. And also I do think it's, I don't want to say a trend, but it's just the way everybody's kind of doing it now, so it makes everybody just follow.
Yeah, follow along, because when you see someone scared of being tied down, you're like, wait, why are they scared to be tied down? Should I be scared of being tied down? So it just follows along.
And there is, as much as you say, like, I don't fall into peer pressure, there is a sense of peer pressure when everybody around you is doing it. I had a lot of people tell me, like, you're getting married so young, and it's like, it's the best thing that ever happened to me. So
because
screw them.
Yeah, done. What do you say to those who meet a guy and marry the first one they date? I hate when people say you're gonna stick with just the one guy. You need to go around and date a bunch of other guys.
I actually got that from my own siblings.
Really?
Yeah. I won't say names on camera, but Monica.
Really?
Yeah, because he was the first guy I met. I went to college and I met him. I think the first year of college, or I think it was my first year of college or second year. I met him. I forgot. But anyways, yeah. So I did actually get people saying, oh, you're gonna marry him, the first guy you met. You've never even experienced a heartbreak. And I was like, do you want me to experience a heartbreak? Like,
yeah.
When you know.
Well, it's like, why should we experience dating other guys?
I think it's beautiful when you marry the first guy, if he's the right guy, obviously. But if you're that
don't rush into
but if you're that blessed who can say, like, I married the first guy,
she's like, I'm so blessed.
I am blessed.
It's such a perfect life. I do too. No, I completely agree with you. I don't think people should be so scared to commit and get tied down.
It's totally normal not to marry the first guy you met, by the way, so there's no negative on that. It's totally normal to go through guys because you're meeting different people and stuff, and but I just don't like the negativity on people pointing out you married the first guy you met. Like they put it in a bad lighting.
Well,
That
it's like
bothers
you
me.
need to go around and keep dating other people. And same thing with being tied down. Girls just think they're losing their freedom. Which why do girls think they're losing their freedom when they get married? Like
Because they're not taking our advice and they're dating controlling guys.
take our advice. I find that so odd when people are like, yeah, why are you planning on getting married so young? Like, don't you want to experience going out and having fun?
Go
Like,
see the world.
I know it's like
We
I
could
want to
do
do that
it
with my
together.
husband. Like, I want to go out. Like, they're like, you're so young. You're still in your going out and partying phase, and it's like I can't do that with my husband.
Red flags is breadcrumbing.
Oh, you know what that word
I
is?
just learned it.
Wow, getting into the Gen Z type of things. Okay, what does it mean?
Basically, when they aren't showing serious interest, they're basically just, maybe sending you a text here and there, just kind of stringing you along, giving you
Yeah.
just enough attention where it makes a girl want to keep holding on.
It's
but-
like again with Instagram. I only know this not to put my brothers in an awkward situation, but man, are these girls mean? Like girls these days are stringing along, guys too, I guess, but girls are going and stringing them along, like sending messages here and there, and then leaving it, and then texting back a few months later. Like this one girl was doing it to like my brother, and it was like every like 2 months she would text, and it couldn't get he couldn't get her out of his mind
because she was kept placing that little seed there to
and
let him,
stringing him along.
Yeah.
It's sad because it's like people really can't move on. They need to know that they are getting each guy's attention.
Yeah, so for you guys, also look out for these red flags in girls too, because girls are not,
I mean, guys do it too, though.
No, that's
but
not.
not
Well, we
as
were talking
much.
from girls' perspective. So I'm saying for guys too out there, watch them girls because
Oh yeah,
they're mean.
guys also. Yeah, I always feel so bad. I don't want to like put my brothers in like. Never mind. Let's just move off of that topic. I just feel like no one has a good mindset nowadays. It's like, why not date to marry? Why not? It's just a bunch of things grouped together. Like, what's going through your head when you're dating a girl? Well, we obviously know that. But I feel like so many people play games now. Don't you think
Yeah.
like there's a lot of game playing now in relationships? You gonna touch base on it?
Yeah. I just think that guys are. I'm just glad I'm out of the dating game. I really am. I think it sucks for
Yeah.
a lot of people that I see deal with jerky guys and jerky girls. So I'm so glad I'm not in your situation.
I'm not in that situation either. Okay, I'm almost out of it.
Are you?
I don't know. But back then, relationships, they tried to learn about love and not learning, like, they try to learn more about love. And that consists of, like, one, not talking so much about it. I feel like relationships are so open now. And it's like some things you just keep to yourself kind of thing. Like, people share everything. But people were more trying to get to know their significant other. And, there was just a bunch of communication with it. And with these relationships now, it's a bunch of games. Like, who messages each other first? Like, I'm gonna wait 3 days before responding. Have you ever heard about that one?
No.
When they're like,
Sorry.
that's
kind of under breadcrumbing, isn't it?
Well, yeah, but I'm talking about like just games people are playing. No, that's not stringing them along. That's breadcrumbing is stringing them along. Playing games is a whole nother thing. So let's say you text, like when you were dating, let's say you text your boyfriend saying, hey, and then your boyfriend's like, I'm gonna wait 3 days before I respond. So
I feel like that's Kind of a red flag
Who do you think should make the first move first
for.
in a relationship? Who makes the first move?
You mean to ask on a date?
Just who makes the first move in general?
What do you mean move though? Like to ask on a date, to give the first kiss, to say I love you first? Like what do you mean?
On all three.
The guy. I'll be honest. I think it should be the
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. No, I think when it comes to the date, the guy should. My grandma
How did
has always said the guy should start you never go after the guy.
how did your boyfriend tell you I love you first?
After we were watching a movie.
That's cute.
Right? Yeah. It was after we were watching a movie, and then I hope my dad's not watching it. He gave me a kiss, and then he said, "I love you."
Okay.
I said I
Mine told
love
me
you
over
right
the
away.
phone. And I said, you did not just say I love you for the first time
No
over the
way,
phone. I
really?
said,
No,
wait
he
till I
told me in
see you.
person.
No, I said, wait till I see you in person and then you can tell me again. And he was like so caught off guard. And then we saw each other. I forgot where we went. And I was like, are you forgetting to say something? And he's like, what? And I was like, you told me over the phone? And he's like, oh yeah. And then
A guy should always make the first move. Like, what happened to a guy being a man now?
but yeah, red flags. There, you'll find somebody worthy enough for you.
Yeah, I won't touch base on it.
Really? Okay, then I'm gonna scratch that.
Oh, I was gonna touch base, but I thought you said you were just ending it there. Because I was gonna say it's better ending a 3-year-long relationship than spending forever.
We're just gonna end it with drink more lemon water and watch Lemon Drops. I forgot what we were called. I knew it was lemons, but it was like we will cheers with our lemon water
In our Lemon Drop podcast
and our lemon pillow
and our lemon sweet and sour personality.
and say life can always be sweeter.
Okay. Goodbye, our sweet and sours. That's for sure.
Yeah, I'm all about
Time.
for what?
Just to see how.
Oh.
Hi. Hey guys. Imagine.
But it is showing you only the
I can't drink when people are talking.
taking care of. I don't like this part actually. I'm sorry. I don't know where I'm going with this.
Let's just end this podcast.
Until
They're gonna love watching this one. They're like, it was so good. Don't get ahead of yourself. Okay.
and now it's not even on.
Let's just move off of that topic.
That is terrible.
How are we gonna end this?
I'm just gonna end it. We will cheer. We will. If you want another sour lemon, tune in on our channel, Lemon Drops.
Where we give sweet and sour advice. Bye.